Okay, this flight's looking really good and the cake is looking scrumptious, so let's give it a try. Just going to show you what we've got lined up. Okay, so here's the cortado-esque little drink I've just made, and you can see we've got a bit of foam on top. It's more like a mini cappuccino because of the foam. I haven't got a steam one. I used an adapted process, as I just showed you, to make the milk textured, and then we have the espresso, which was the other half of the original double espresso that I pulled. And then for the first drink, it was the espresso, and I lengthened that with water to make an Americano, which is just an espresso that's been lengthened with water. So this is still smelling good. It's a nice long drink, and it's had the benefit of some time to cool down, so I'm really getting more flavors coming through now. And it's one of the most enjoyable things I find about having a long drink, whether it's using a drip filter or whether it's using an espresso and then lengthening it, serving it in a glass. And in particular, these glasses have a vacuum to help with the thermal properties to keep it warm, because it's espresso, it's small, it doesn't hold its heat very well. But these longer drinks, the drip filters, pour overs, and the Americanos, it's really nice having that as a longer drink in a glass, so you get the temperature cooling down and changing temperature more quickly. And that rapid change in temperature allows you to experience different tastes as it cools down whilst you're drinking the coffee. So that's something I really enjoy about having a long drink served in a glass. And then I'm going to move back to the espresso, which I really enjoyed. So that's a stronger version of this because it hasn't been lengthened with water. Yeah, just getting more intensity. It's just lovely flavors. It's had also a little bit of a chance to cool down a little bit more. So it's like having this, but just getting a stronger aftertaste, more intense flavors, really enjoyable. So you can really taste the difference, and I'm getting more sensations coming off in my mouth drinking this one. Really enjoying that. Absolute pleasure. And with this one, it's got the milk in it. I can smell that sweetness which has come through from the milk. I would say, actually, I prefer this one not to be goat's milk, because I'm getting too much of a goaty milk flavour, which is to be expected. But in terms of wanting to really see the link and the heritage, and the DNA of this coffee through the flight, the goat's milk throws it off too much and it interferes with the flavours. So I'm going to try this again with using just a cow's milk or a milk alternative. I had hemp milk the other week. That was really interesting. Quite enjoyed making coffees with that. So that's just using a hemp plant and creating milk from that. And using that to make coffee. So yeah, I mean, this is still a nice coffee and a nice drink, but like I say, it's just really interfering with the taste. I can see the lineage of the coffee from the Americano through to the espresso here. And, yeah, this is still a nice drink, but I'm losing some of the ability to see that connection between these drinks here. But yeah, that's the flight out of the way. I really enjoyed that on its own. But let's look at the cake. Cake adds another dimension to coffee. If you like a little bit of sweetness when you're having a coffee, and you use it as a snack and a break time and all the rest of that great stuff, cake is a lovely addition. I enjoy black coffee, and I enjoy the sweet, interesting flavours that you can get from a coffee on its own without having anything else with it. But I often enjoy a good cake. And like a good wine and a nice meal, you can pair things And so I like to pair a good cake with a nice black coffee. Now I've got to say I've left it a little bit too long in terms of the length of time this has been cooling down. And also because I've been having these stronger coffees, particularly the black espresso as opposed to the cortado, and I'm losing my sense of taste around having this coffee and along with this cake. So I'd also say that because the cake has a stronger flavour, the espresso is going to balance and the flavour of that espresso is going to come out more with the espresso. It's definitely going to hold its taste better. The cake itself's okay. It's not the best cake for my taste. I think it's got some kind of buttercream in here, chocolate buttercream. Yeah, I mean, I have a bank account for sweets and goodies and that type of thing, and sugar. But I'm not going to break my bank account eating this. It's got to be damn good for me to eat it, and it doesn't qualify. But the coffee's good. I'm enjoying the espresso. Yeah, that's solid. It's a really nice coffee. Like I say, the cortado is good, but the goat's milk probably spoils it a little bit. So I'm not going to be using the goat's milk. Well, on its own, I like it. But for this experience, for tasting the different coffees, it kind of ruins that because you lose that lineage. Makes it really a little bit harder to see the link between the different coffees. But I'm still enjoying this, but if I could compare it from a normal coffee to water, drinking the espresso is like the same difference. This almost tastes like water in comparison, especially as I'm mixing those stronger flavours of the chocolate cake in. But I've really enjoyed this coffee flight. I'm definitely going to do this more at home. It didn't take too much time to do. I simply got I've pulled 2 espressos, and one I lengthened with water, and the other I split and made with the milk with. So if I was going to do this again, what I would do is do the first, I do it in the same order, I just wouldn't be explaining it, and it'd be all ready to go a little bit quicker. But yeah, this has been a good little process, and definitely be doing this again. So yeah, thanks for joining, thanks for checking this out, and we'll see you soon.